Hey guys, welcome back to JC Fitness. I'm Jeremiah from Malaysia. Today I'll be talking about muscle tone. I'll be answering some questions like what is muscle tone and how do you get that tone look, for both guys and girls. Let's get to it. So what is muscle tone? What makes a person tone? For most people, that's someone who is slim, normally skinny, who has some muscle definition, whether it's a guy or a girl. And many people think that training to be toned and training to put on muscle, get huge, is two completely different things. And that's actually not true. It's actually very similar when it comes to training and nutrition. Training to be toned is basically just putting on some muscle mass and cutting down, your body fats to make those muscles visible. So technically, there's no training to be toned. It's just putting on muscle mass and then cutting out that fat, because your fat and your muscles are two completely different layers, and they do not turn into each other. Fat don't turn into muscles, muscles don't turn into fat. Two different layers. So being toned or training to be toned is just training, putting on that muscle, and then cutting out that layer of fat to make those muscles visible. So many people, both guys and girls, really want to get that toned look, and I get it. It makes you look good, makes you look healthy, and help you to fit into your clothes or whatever. But there's a huge misconception when it comes to training to look toned. Many people think that if I want to get toned, I don't want to get huge, right? So they start lifting very light weights. They think like, if I lift light weights, I'll get that slight muscle look, slight muscle tone. And if I lift too heavy, I'm gonna get too huge and become Hulk or become a monster. And that's not true. If you want to get even that tone look, put on some muscle mass for both guys and girls, you need to overload your muscles. You need to lift heavy weights. I guess the conventional 8 to 12 reps, 3 to 4 sets, and that's not gonna make you a monster. So it's a very common misconception where you need to lift light weights to get that tone look, and it's not true. Like I said before, you have to lift heavy weights, put on that muscle mass, and just basically cut out your body fats to have that slight muscle tone, muscle definition. Another very important point to put on that muscle tone, or the slight muscle definition, is basically good nutrition. You need to get enough calories, enough macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats that you need to put on that muscle mass. So many people think that, I want that tone look, I don't want to get too big, so I'm going to eat very little and train. And your muscles have nothing to feed on. There's no good nutrition, good nutrients to help it to grow. Help it to grow. So nutrition is very important as well. Even though you don't want to get huge, you need to get enough nutrients, enough calories to put on that muscle mass in the first place. So that's why I put my clients, my female clients in America and female clients here in Malaysia through resistance training, heavy resistance training. So they lift heavy weights and they get closer towards their goals, being toned, putting on that slight muscle mass, and they don't get huge, become monsters. So it's a huge misconception, not just with girls, even with guys. Many people think that, hey, I don't want to lift heavy weights because I don't want to get too big. And if you're unaware about this, it's fine, to learn, to progress. But I feel like some people use it as an excuse. Like, hey, I don't want to lift heavy weights because I don't want to get too big. And it's really not that easy to get too big. Trust me, you can live for years and years and you won't really become the next Mr. Olympia or bodybuilder. So it's no excuse. If you want to get that toned, slim look, you still have to lift heavy weights and get the proper nutrition to achieve that goal. Alright, so basically, to conclude this video, what is muscle tone? How do you get that tone look? Basically, there's no tone, no training to be toned. It's basically just putting on, basically just putting on that muscle mass and cutting out that layer of fat to make those muscles visible, and that's how you achieve that goal. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new. Share with your friends who are unaware of this, so that it can help them to learn and progress from here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.